All right, guys, we're back. We're going straight to the thumbnail. Tuning out the noise. So you did a short on tuning out the noise, and we decided to go ahead and make it a topic. So, would you like to elaborate on that short, or explain that short for us?
So the short is what we're doing that's new. That's called Major Moments, and it's basically just showing, sharing an experience, that you went through that kind of taught you a life lesson, and that was a lesson that taught me to tune out the noise, because that's what you have to do sometimes.
Right. So to get right to it, one of the points that I caught in your major moment was you were in a domestic violence situation. How did you get yourself into it? Did you get yourself into that?
I did. It was bad decisions. Just, bad choices and bad decisions is what got me into that. Now, for me, come on now. We all make bad decisions sometimes and make poor choices. But for me, it was easier to make bad decisions and poor choices because of what I felt about myself at that time. So, if I feel poorly about myself, most likely my actions, my choices, my thought pattern is going to be poorly.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm just saying. So yeah, that's how I got into that situation. Being in domestic violence, I do believe that some people can get in a situation without even making a decision, because people can be deceiving and they can, they wow you, and sometimes you look past or you're blinded of the red flags, right? We talked about that in the previous one. So if you are in that type of situation, you want to get out. But the times when you find yourself, okay, you got this one person that was abusive, and then you kind of go into another relationship that's a little abusive, and then you go into another. Now, sometimes we got to check ourselves, take some ownership. Okay, maybe it's something about me. Not saying that I deserve to have my people put their hands on me and them, but maybe it was something about me that keep putting myself in this.
You and Frankie touched that the last part. I think noise to me is a distraction with emotional attachment, normally coming from family, loved ones, people that you put value in. What do you say about that?
I totally agree, because when we think about people who talk, like if you don't know them for real, it's usually easier to tune them out. We don't really care what people, we don't have no type of access to us. But when you got access to me, what you say to me, how you react to me, how you treat me affects me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it definitely has some type of ties with it.
So it's normally family.
Family, anyone that you love, that you allow, that you, like you said, value. Anyone that you love and value, and sometimes they could be negative and you have to tune them out. But yes, it does. Those are the people that usually bother us because they matter to us.
Yeah, you're not supposed to lose sight of what you're doing, and you're not supposed to lose sight of what your purpose is. Even if at times you might be in your youth and you might not know your purpose, but you're not supposed to lose sight of it. And I think that's a big part of the noise. So, not staying on your square. So stay on your square. And I think that allows you to tune out the noise as well.
Stand in your square?
You're
like stand in your lane?
No. Not losing sight of what you're supposed to be doing. That's staying in your square to me. Not losing sight of what your purpose is. Yeah.
If you don't know what your purpose is, you don't want to lose sight of what's best for you, right?
You don't want to lose sight of what you're doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a single mother, rather you know your purpose or not.
You're raising children.
You know what you're doing. You're raising children, you know what I'm saying? If you're a single guy or not, if you got kids or not, you know what you're doing. You need to go to work in the morning, take care of your kids, pay your bills. You know what I'm saying?
So you want to make the best choices for yourself, but then when you have children involved, you do want to make sure not only if you're making, because sometimes making the best choice for you is not always good for the child or the children. So you want to make the best choice for you and the children or child, because you can't go wrong with that. I'm living proof.
I think, I'm not a woman, but I'm a parent. Mm-hmm. Okay, 2 times over. So I think as a parent that any choice that's good for me and not good for my children is not a good choice. You know what I'm saying? The only choices that are good for me is going to be choices that also will be good for my kids. Now, I'm not saying I haven't made bad choices, you know what I'm saying? That I want to do this and get off and you know what I'm saying? But what about the kids?
But see, sometimes we get caught up in the moment and it seems good for us and we're not thinking of the overall picture, which usually involves the children. So that's why I wanted to point that out. Yeah. You always want to take time and kind of think before you do.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I got Darius Forax. He a psychiatrist, said, I remove everything that doesn't contribute anything meaningful to my life.
That's good.
I thought that was good.
That's real good.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Yeah. So another thing that I got on noise is don't try to manage the noise. Don't try to manage distractions. When you recognize it as a distraction, or you recognize it as some noise, just let it be that, man, and keep it on, keep it moving. You can't manage it. You can't fight it.
You can't
make it better. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we're saying tune it out.
Yeah. That's why you gotta tune it out.
All the way out. Yeah. Like, for real. Because there's no managing, or I'm gonna still deal with this person, even though they're being negative and putting you down or whatever. When you're going through something, or when your mind is focused on something, you don't have time. You don't have time for the noise. You don't have time for it. You have to stay focused. You have to write out the plan. I mean, for me, that's what tuning out the noise was. I had to actually write out a plan, write out them goals, and stick to it. Like I was literally crossing them off. And it takes time. Some of them was, easier than others to reach. And the list for me keeps changing each year.
How important is it to have goals? And did goals bring you to the realization of your purpose?
I think it's very important to have goals if you're trying to grow. I think as we mature, because when I say mature, I know people that are older than me, but I wouldn't really say they grew.
They just got older.
They just got older. So goals to me is important because it's going to help you go, kind of grow in life. It's going to help you keep progressing. When you set a goal and you accomplish, not only do you feel good about yourself, you want to set the next one and keep going. But if you're not setting goals, you're kind of in stagnant, or you're in a standstill. And I don't want to always keep doing this in life. I'm talking about at 100, I want to be thinking, what can I do better? You know what I'm saying? Always. So I definitely think goals is important. When it comes to my purpose, I think setting goals will guide you to your purpose.
I do too. I do as well. I had my personal situation. What I had to learn was, as far as goals, was goals over instant gratification, because you can't reach certain goals. Certain goals that I had, I would never reach. But if I still go, get the Air Jordans every week, if I go and, if I go out every weekend and you know what I'm saying, wild out and buy a new outfit to go out and see the same people, and, I would never reach my goals.
But sometimes short goals is just as important, because if you have a short goal, okay, I want to buy the Jordans, right? I'm just using an example. Buy the Jordans when they come out, and then they come out again. And then after so long, you're going to elevate that goal to something else. Like, you want to just keep, you know what I'm saying? When you have short goals.
But you just spoke on people who didn't
make the best decisions.
No. People who didn't, they just kept getting older. Mm-hmm. And they didn't, and so they reached their goals. They buy the Jordans every week. they're at the club.
I just
every
can't
week.
say those are like if you got. I don't think they was setting goals. I think they just here living and in a standstill. This is what life look like to them.
And that's
I think
what
when
I'm
you set
saying.
actually goals, whether they're short goals or not, they're gonna make you progress in life.
I agree.
I'm sorry, I might be wrong, but I think people who is just doing the same thing over and over that hasn't grown or hasn't matured or just got older, I don't think they sat down and wrote no goals, because if they did, I think their life would reflect it.
Hey guys, leave some in the comments about goals. What you think about goals? What do you set goals? Have your goals brought you to your ultimate purpose in life? And subscribe. Anyway, that's what I was thinking about, the gratification part. And that was big for me as a, you know what I'm saying, even just a few years ago, was still heavy on me. And I like gratification. And I can't have it, you know, I know what you were saying about like just set small goals, but I don't have small goals. I reach those. I reached the small goals. Once I realized I had goals, I had already reached the small goals.
I think they just as important. Like some people might think they can't reach this, and that's what they want to do. So you set small ones to help you get there. I think
agree.
That's a great thing.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing on that. What I'm saying is, certain goals that you're trying to reach, you're gonna have to save. You're gonna have to suffer. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to grow.
Totally agree.
To reach certain goals. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all about the now, is what I'm saying. It's about the future you. That's what I'm saying. So like the now, I could have this, that, or the third now, or I could, you know what I'm saying, really enjoy it. Not just have it and be dead broke. But I can enjoy it, you know what I'm saying, and still be up if I do it the right way, by setting some goals.
I think you just want to always do a self-evaluation and make sure that when you do it, you see yourself progressing in some type of shape or form.
I agree. Yeah.
That's why goals is important.
Yeah, I agree. So, again, do you got any more ways or things that you can think of
to help you tune out
to help you tune out the noise?
All I can speak on is what worked for me and how I keep applying it. Like now, it's not as hard. I mean, it's not really hard for me to tune out the noise. Like I really don't care who it is. If it's not serving me to be better or anything, I probably will tune them out. You know what I'm saying? But
it's a part of who you are now.
But now is yes. But I can only speak on how I experienced it and what works for me and how I learned how to tune it out. And tuning it out for me was, again, writing a plan, writing it down. And then, you know, I spoke on that one experience, but there were many other times I did the same exact thing to tune out the stuff, write out the plan. What do you got to do? How can we get there? And just work on that. And when you busy working on yourself, when you busy trying to achieve that, you don't have time to hear that anyway. So that's what worked for me. So I can only speak on that's what worked for me. Now, how many other ways? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to hear from people. Like, tell us, how did you tune out the noise? You know, that would be great. But that's the only way. You know, I can only speak from experience.
Yeah. And I don't know if we're still rolling, but I would like to tell the guys, man, go to work. Work hard. You're going to tune the noise out with them 12 hours, them 8 hours. Go get you a bag, man. You can't give her or the bank or whoever you owe something that you don't got. So don't worry about them phone calls. Tune that noise out. Go get your bag up. Take care of your bills, guys. Let's keep growing.
Absolutely. And if you want to just kind of talk on some modern day type of tuning out noises or what they look like, we can kind of use some of the celebrities. I think that they're tuning out noise. You know what I'm saying? Summer Walker and Lil Meech. Is it Lil Meech?
Lil Meech.
They
definitely tuning out noise.
I mean, they can go in and feed into what people saying. Oh, she went back to him. He did, you know what I'm saying? They can do all of it, but they're not. They're living. I love to see how it go. I hope it works out for them. You know, actually glad they got back together. But
yeah,
I think that was important for them to. I think it's important. What they're doing is actually tuning out the noise.
Yeah, I wish them all the luck. You know, and I hope they do tune out their noise because they really didn't even have noise. And what is it called? A rumor within your relationship, that ain't noise, guys. A rumor is just a rumor, man. It's a pebble in the road. You're supposed to roll over it.
But it's all the people. The noise is all the people got something to say about it. If you go to a picture right now, you'll see noise. It's about 300 and some comments. No, that's noise to me. What they're talking about, whether it's good or bad, you got to know what to tune out. And I think sometimes you just have to live in that moment and enjoy you and do what's best. You know what I'm saying, for you. And obviously, they feel like getting back together was best for them, and I love it.
I love it too. And I hope they stay together, and I hope they tune out the noise.
Yeah.
Puff looked like he was in Paris, or maybe it was an old picture.
Oh, definitely wasn't the picture.
But it looked like Puff was in Paris with Young Miami, and they tuning out the noise as well. I hope Yo Gotti and the Simmons, I hope they tune that noise out.
I don't think.
So I hope they tune out the noise.
Now, that
man.
one, I don't think. I just think. Until it come out the horse's mouth, we kind of knew what was going on with Summer and Lil Meech, because Summer said what she said, and then Meech came back and said, so it's from the horse's mouth, and then everybody got something to say about them. Now, I'm one of the people, I had something to say about all of these people. I mean, they don't have to pay me no attention, tune me out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'll hold any value in their life, but, I'm one of those people. So I would say sometimes you have to tune it out. When it comes to Diddy and Carisha, we know what was going on because she goes and tells us this and that. But when it comes to Gotti and Angela, they haven't said nothing. They haven't confirmed. You see them, they still going on dates. Like, people talking about they broke up, he cheated, this and that, and they posting so until it actually come out the horse's mouth, I can't feed into that one myself. But yeah, you have to tune out and mess out. That's actually a good example on tuning out the noise, because they ain't paid they haven't
nobody
confirmed,
no
they're not, and we ain't got time for it. I love that.
Now Jeezy did get the divorce started, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. So they weren't able to. It wasn't no noise because we didn't hear anything, and Jeezy just out the blue.
He did.
They go your walking
papers. He ain't said nothing about it. He ain't confirming, saying nothing. He promoting his book. Like, he promoting. He
tuning out the noise.
Yeah. I would say that's a good example of somebody feeding into it.
What did she do?
She's feeding into it.
What did she do?
I don't know. He ain't told us. We don't know. We can sit here and speculate, but until it come out the horse's mouth, I really don't feed into those. Okay. I only feed it to the people that's tell me, you told me, so I got a right to say something because you telling us. But he ain't really said anything, but I would say she's definitely feeding it into the noise. She's feeding into the noise because she wants to give us an explanation. She worried about what we got to say. You know what I'm saying? People that don't even hold value to her. You know what I'm saying?
She pressed right now, though.
She got a lot to say, and to me, that is feeding into noise. And I don't know how that's serving her for good or bad or helping her progress. But yeah, I think all those are good modern day examples of tuning out the noise or not. Yeah.
I think that was good.
And that's major.
That's major.